Welcome back. This is lesson 3 on Scratch. Today we're going to be talking about what the pen blocks do. So you'll notice that if you click on the pen blocks, you get a different series of blocks that you can use and drag into your block palette. So I'm going to talk first about this script right here. So if I run the script, you'll see that the first thing that happens is it clears the area right here, and then I ask Scratchy to put the pen down. And I set the pen shade to 50, and we're going to talk about pen shade in just a second. But it sets the pen color to 0, and then for 6 times it repeats the movement where it moves 50 steps, then it changes the pen color, and it turns 60 degrees, and then it waits 5 seconds, and it loops around to do that again. So just watch this one more time. And so what I want to talk to you about was why the sides of the hexagon were all different colors. So you can see that the first thing I do is I set the color to 0. And so the first color that comes up is red. So the colors in Scratch range from 0 to 200. And they actually loop around. So 0 and 200 are the same color. They're both red. But any change of 33 is going to change from red, then yellow, then green, cyan, blue, and purple. And you can use a pen change color in between 33, and you'll get colors in between these colors that we see here. So for instance, if I ask the pen to change by 45, you'll see that it gets a little bit different. Right? They're not the secondary or primary colors that we see before, but maybe tertiary colors. So right here, the pen color, the main thing I want you to take away from this is that when you set the pen color to 0, you get red. But if I set it to something like 33, then it's not going to start at red, it's going to start at green, but then it will change it by 45. So we can see this one more time. Oops, sorry, it starts changing it by 33, begins at yellow.
Okay, so let's go back to the original script that we began with here. And so I'm going to show you what the pen shade does. But to do that, I still want to keep the original one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click here, and I'm going to duplicate. And it's actually going to duplicate from where I right-clicked and down. Notice how when I right-clicked on pen down, it started with pen down. If I wanted to duplicate the entire thing, I would start with the topmost block and duplicate. Now you can see clear is still there, but I already duplicated it, so I'm going to get rid of it. So pen shade ranges from 0 to 100. 0 is the most dark, 100 being the most light. 50 is right in the middle, which is why the colors look normal. Now if I set this pen shade to 220, not 200, and I run this again, you'll notice that it's the same colors but much, much darker. And if we do this one more time, I'm going to drag this over here, and this time we're going to go closer to 100. I'm going to select 80. You'll see that the colors are much, much lighter.
What happens if you set the pen shade to 100?
And if we set it to 100, let's drag it over here and run it. You'll see that it's very, very light, almost indistinguishable.
What about 0?
If you set it to 0, then the colors that come out are basically entirely black.
Okay. All right, that's it. That's the end of lesson 3 for Scratch. See you later.